Caleb, Jared, welcome to Radio Activa, guys. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Second time in our country. Quite excited having you here in Colombia once again. And of course, with an upcoming record. I guess it's worth to ask any expectations. Now it's the second time you come. You have an idea of how's the audience here in Colombia.
Yeah, I can't believe it's only the second time we've been here. But no, we know what to expect. The crowds are always insane. We're a little bit intimidated watching these other bands play right now. The crowds are just rocking. So hopefully it's not just for them. We'll see.
But definitely you guys are, in a different stage right now. We saw you guys perform several years ago, and with this upcoming record, and of course the title of the record, it's a message from my perspective. Can we please have fun? So I'm guessing it's also a message of what we are about to see on stage, right?
Yeah, I hope so. But I think it's us asking ourselves, can we please have fun? So hopefully the crowd's great for us. But it's a pretty heavy lineup, so we're looking forward to seeing how we stand.
After the release of the first record, Youth and Young Manhood, we found the Kings of Leon playing something very different from what we heard now. I love what's happening with the band and how everything has evolved, record after record, and of course we only have one single. So what can you tell us about the record?
Oh man, the record is it's one that we're all very proud of. We worked really hard. It's a lot of depth to it. Don't be fooled by the title. It's not all fun songs.
Okay.
But it's my favorite album we've ever made. A lot of depth to it, a lot of layers. Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear it. I'm sad that you haven't heard it yet.
You did say, we had the opportunity of talking a few weeks ago, actually. I'm pretty sure you spoke with several journalists that you're very proud of this record and everything that's been accomplished in the recording of this one. Is that also your perspective?
Yeah, it's a big record for us. It's different, and it's hard when people have only heard one song. It's super hard knowing that you've only heard Mustang because there's so much depth. And Mustang it's kind of a polarizing song. It stands alone on the album for sure, and I can see it being a lot of people's favorite song and a lot of people's least favorite song because the album has tons of emotions and different, there's just a lot going on, and so I don't think that Mustang will paint a picture of the entire album.
I really think I don't like to label music, but it's interesting how a song like Mustang sounds like trying something different from the roots of Southern rock. When I listened to the track, I thought of that, okay, there's the roots of what we'd listen to on the first Kings of Leon record, but it sounds different. It sounds like experimenting. Maybe if I take things like the sound on a song like King of the Rodeo, but mixed with a bit of Red Morning Lights. That was sort of my impression. So I'm really looking forward for that record because it sounds like a mixture of everything that has happened in these almost 25 years of career.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of attitude is similar from the first album to this, and just a lot of vulnerability and experimenting and just kind of like not putting boundaries on things and trying new things. And there's a lot of that, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head.
What about lyrically there, from all of these 25 years of career with the Kings of Leon? Are you trying something different for this one?
Yeah, I think I really focused on this one. I always kind of hold myself to a standard writing lyrics, but with this album I was reading a lot of books. I was listening to a lot of classic albums, and so I really felt like if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it the best of my ability, and this is by far the best lyrics I've written on an album.
What were you reading?
Oh man, I'm going to sound like a dork, but I read a lot of books, from Crime and Punishment to I read some Charles Bukowski, but also read fun books, like John Grisham, nerdy stuff, and books about the mind. Yeah, but the book that I was reading that kind of was the beginning of all this was The Artist Way, and it inspired me to really dig deep, and I think that's why the this is my favorite album because I tapped into something that I haven't before.
The video is also very different. I must say, like, unexpected. You know, you don't expect that kind of video from the Kings of Leon, and of course from what we've seen before. Who did it? Why did you guys decided to go that direction with that director?
The director's name is Brooke Linder. He was awesome. We got a few treatments, and when we saw his, it wasn't even the treatment that he sent us that kind of piqued our interest. It was looking at the work that he's done before. And he came in, and our role in the video was very short. We weren't even there very long, so we enjoyed that part of it. But then we realized maybe he just didn't want to have to show us too much.
Okay. When we spoke a few weeks ago, once again, there was a question we couldn't talk about because of the time, and I wanted to take this time to ask you, do you guys have like a favorite rock and roll question? Like, How Soon Is Now by the Smiths? Since we spoke about Are You a Mustang or a Kitty, do you have a rock and roll question? That one that's always been in your mind, like, are we humans or are we dancers from the Killers? Have you ever, given a thought on that?
No.
Never.
The only thing I can think of that is a question is Where's My Mind?
Pixies.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite songs, but it's not really like a super philosophical question because I know where it is. It's in the gutter.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure having you in Radio Activa. I'm really looking forward for the record. Really excited to see you perform. So once again, thank you, and keep on rocking.
Thank you. Hey, this is Jared and Caleb. We are Kings of Leon.
And this is Radio Activa, the Rock Planet.